Everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. So Dale is joining me. Now, you may be one of the people that, hello June, darling. You may be one of the people that tuned in last time me and Dale did this. Oh my gosh, we had lots and lots of resistance going on, basically. Hello Alicia, my darling. So hopefully this one with Dale, we will not have quite as much messing around happening. I got my roots done today, so I am like literally blonde today. I look like the girl from with the dragon? I can't think what's her name. Khaleesi. Just got it done. And hello Jane, my darling. Just literally waiting for Dale, but I just texted him and said I was about to jump on. I know I was a minute or two late. Daenerys, that's it. Yeah, I'm having Daenerys moment today. So, I'm just missing my dragon, you know. Okay, so let's see. I think he's here. There we go. It should work.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Dale. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Excellent. Yes, good. I was a bit rushed because I was aware we were doing the live, and then I got distracted for a minute. I was like, oh my God, it's in 15 minutes.
It happens. It's life.
Excellent. So hopefully today we will not have quite as much disturbance. But I figure, you never know. But I figure we could just dive straight in and maybe even, go over some of the things we did in the last one because it was just so disjointed. But for anyone that wants to know, Dale is a psychic. He also does paranormal work. He has an amazing heart, and me and him are on the same page about a lot of things, to do with forgiveness and ego and the fact that we all need to live from a place of love. So what we want to do today is really have a conversation about what he knows and how that refers to what I know, and hopefully leave you all feeling very good. That's the goal.
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. Well, over to you, Dale, wherever you would like to start.
Okay.
Oh, I have to tell you, sorry, my angels wanted to call you my darling. They're really embarrassing today. They said, over to you, my darling. I was like, I don't want to say it, but if I don't say it, they're going to tell me off. So yeah, my angels wanted to call you my darling.
I'm very honored by your angel. My darling as well, as I do on a regular basis. So I'll just dive right in. And when you are at a point in your life when you want to experience higher love, okay, you may find that when you're wanting to experience this higher love, that you're in a place in your life where everything seems like it's in a shambles, okay? Maybe a marriage or other significant relationship has ended. Maybe a job has ended. Maybe your finances are tight. And you know what? Although it may not feel okay, in the larger scheme of things, it is. Because Spirit will often put ourselves in these testing situations in order to get our attention and to help us to reorient our life. Okay.
Could I add in there and to instigate change?
Exactly.
It's like you may have had whispers from God saying, oh, do this, but if you didn't pay attention, now something pretty tough has happened to get you on the right path. And so sometimes these things happen to instigate change because you weren't listening to the gentle nudges, so something big had to happen to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you're listening to that inner voice on a regular basis, and and implementing change, that doesn't mean that life is going to be comfortable for you. You'll be required to move out of your comfort zone. If you're asking for a change, then that begins with you. You'll be expected to change in some way. Okay, you might be asking for a new job, and perhaps that job comes with it a higher rate of pay, and also there will be new responsibilities, and you think that you know how to do it, but Spirit always knows better, and they will put you through these testing situations in order to make sure that when you're in that job, for example, that you're going to perform exactly as you should. And when you get to those moments where it seems like you've crashed, this is a moment where your life is about to reorient itself completely. Okay, I went through a period of time a few years ago myself. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you're doing great. Keep going.
Perfect. Thank you. And I can tell you that it lasted an extended period of time, probably a good 3 years before things really started to turn the corner. But a bit at a time, they started to reconstruct me. Okay, I had built up a number of limiting beliefs that had to be shattered and gotten rid of.
Yeah, broken.
Who who I am today. Okay, and that includes learning to view things from love, because I can tell you that who I was just a few short years ago, I would say, like a lot of people, oh yeah, I view things from love, but I really didn't. If I was being really honest with myself, I really didn't, and that had to change. I call this process the Get Real Project. Okay.
I like that. Can I interject on a couple of things? You've said
Sure.
so many good things already.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of people think that they're working from a place of love, but the reality is quite a large percentage of their life is still going through the filter of fear. And so that obviously has to be worked on. And then the second thing was, yes, the more advanced you get, it's like we're here at Earth School, guys. So the more advanced you get, the more your comfort zone gets pushed. And anyone who's very close to me, anyone who's very close to me knows exactly the things that I get asked to do, that everyone is like, I could never do that. I'm like, yes, I'm told to do this so that I can be an example of what braveness looks like. So yes, it doesn't get easier the more advanced you get, but your mind and your environment becomes so much more pleasant that it enables you to be braver and tolerate a higher level of uncomfortableness. That's how I would describe it. But carry on. Because there were 2 points that fitted with what you were saying so much. It's like, if you keep going, you're going to have so many more things I will forget.
It really begins with moving out of fear and into love. Okay. When you truly do that, you're willing to make decisions that may not necessarily make sense to other people. Spirit might tell you, hey, you know, this job that you're in, we would really like it if you were to start looking for a new one. And that will make you push out of a comfort zone real quick, because a job, I use that as a good example because there's a lot of people that are in a job and they've been told that they have to spend X amount of years in a job before they even think of moving up to a promotion or to another job or so forth. And you know something? That's a big lie. That's
Yes.
that's what the world tells you. Spirit tells you something entirely different. And it will be a process. It will challenge you. But I guarantee if you start listening to those promptings that come from living from your heart center, living in alignment with your true self rather than this fear that's placed upon so many, you'll start to make decisions out of that, and you'll be tested. You might feel like, oh gosh, what do I do? I've given up my job. I don't got anything. Wait a minute. Spirit's about to take you around and up, called the around up test, and you will actually advance so much quicker by doing what Spirit and Divine Source ask you to do rather than what the world does. The world wants to keep you where you are. You're performing where you are.
Mm-hmm. Comfort zone. Wants you to stay in your uncomfortable comfort zone that you've just gotten used to. That's what it wants you to do, doesn't it?
Oh, staying in the comfort zone, if you really think about it, it is very uncomfortable. Putting up with the same old stuff day in and day out. You see, if you've ever noticed, folks, you'll start a relationship or a job or whatever it is, and you everything is rocking right along, okay, when you're in it. But then maybe after a year or something, you start to notice things that you didn't notice before. And these things actually have been there the whole time. And so you do what most people do. You start to complain and you start to resist those things, and you say, well, I'm going to complain and I'm just going to grumble, but hey, I'm so thankful that I'm not going to do anything about it. That's actually
Yes. Oh, Dale, I feel that really separates the herd. So there's those that like to complain and do nothing about it, and then there's those that are really trying to take action. And I feel that a lot of our viewers, a lot of the people that are in alignment with our vibration, a lot of these are the ladies that actually came down here to help break down this old world system and to help create the new one. And when you talked about changing jobs, it made me think of the lovely lady Paradis that's going to be doing Mondays with me. And she was a lawyer. And so can you imagine going and doing law school and being this successful lawyer, and now she's a spiritual coach like myself? And you can imagine the 3D people in her life would be like, what are you doing? And I'm so glad that she did make the change and was brave enough to do it, because she is a really valuable person to the community, to the twin flame community and the divine feminines. So the thing is, guys, understand who you are. If you are drawn to this and you're here and you're with us, the chances are you're one of the people that came here to help solve the problems, not be part of the problem. So you have to be brave, and you have to not need reassurance from the 3D people, the muggles in your life, because the muggles will not be able to see the vision and hear the guidance that you hear.
Yeah, exactly. And the ego will play a very important tricks upon you. It'll tell you things like, oh, we can't do that because you've got these car payments, or we can't do that because, well, the mortgage or the rent needs to be paid, or oh, we can't do that because I'm sending little Johnny and Susie to university. Wait a second. If you bank on Spirit and you know that that whatever it is, it's just not working for you, they're going to test you. They're going to ask you to step out first and start moving in that direction, and then they will show you more. What I'm going to ask you folks, what is more correct, going into that job and being able to hold your own against certain people that you really see don't serve you anymore, or just saying, you know what, I recognize it's for me. I'm going to take ownership and responsibility of it. I'm going to look for a new job, and when I find it, it'll be hasta la vista, baby.
You know, it's funny. There was something late last night that my angels said, and I put it as a story on my page, and it was quite literally the answer to every question is trust God. And just when you were speaking, then my angels were trying to get. They were saying to me, the answer is trust God for what you're saying too, isn't it? It's like once you know what you're meant to do, there will be all sorts of what ifs. What if I fall on my face? What if I can't find another job? What if I can't sell the house? What if, what if, what if? The answer, trust God. Quite simply.
If anybody goes to my page, they'll find a post that shows an artwork of a ship. Okay, I like you to read that sometime when you guys get a chance. You're expected to launch out, and when a ship launches into the waters, it's not always going to be clear. You could encounter darkness and mist, but you've been told by Spirit to chart a course in a particular direction. So by faith and trust, you do that, and you do reach your destination. And it's not about reaching destination. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey itself. Because the journey, if you think about it really closely, it is never ending. It is eternal. It is infinite. There is no end to it. There's going to be a time where your body passes and you continue. Your journey will go on and on and on. We've come here in these temporary vessels because this is like being thrown in a forge, as it were, in a blacksmith shop, right? And Spirit and divine source will sometimes blow up the heat in the furnace and strike you with the anvil. Many people don't like to be struck with the anvil because they feel, wait a minute, something was taken out of my life unexpectedly. I didn't see that coming. In fact, I say to you, that's time for a celebration. That means that Spirit is taking care of you, actually. And what you think is a loss will actually turn around to your biggest gain. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. With that, I often find exactly 6 months after the loss, you're able to see what the gain was. And so being able to trust that in 6 months you'll be able to see the gain, that really helps. And then there was something just a second ago that was on the edge of my mind. Oh, when, and this, I'd never had this exact sentence come to my mind before, but, and I think this will resonate with you a lot, Dale. We're talking about faith and leaps and changes. Here's the thing, guys. Look for what areas in life you are not having faith. So if you don't have faith, you can find a new job, or you don't have faith that look for where you don't have faith, and understand a lack of faith is fear. So now if you're having trouble diagnosing where the fear is in your life, look at where are you not having faith that it will work out okay? Because by identifying those areas, you now know where you need to work on, because there should be no fear in any direction, and there should be faith in every direction.
What I'm about to say next might be a bit troubling, but it's an honest conversation, okay? I also do paranormal work. Now, I've reached the point in my life where I'm no longer affected at all by all of those old devils, demons, a whole host of other beings that are out there that are real. Mm-hmm. Because I've ascended enough in my life where I've left that old duality mind. However, I have to deal with a lot of clients who do require help in that area. And so I come in and I get those beings and I counsel the clients and give them a hand up about how to bring out their inner presence, how to bring out love, because that is the best defense ever. But
it's the best weapon, isn't it?
oh yes, and I can tell you time and time again that the so-called evil, negative beings, they work off of fear. They know how to tap in to your fear and stoke that fear. It's exactly true. Perfect love drives away fear.
It really does. It's literally like they say, you know, trust, you know, God and Jesus are with you. You know, you are safe. You know, if you are loved, you are safe. I've just been shown a picture as you were talking that showed. Let me just try and get it. That first of all, the darkness really can only work through whispers, and then if you don't listen or believe the whispers, then you're safe. If you do listen and believe them, and then you are listening and believing them out there in the outside world, then you can come across things in the physicality that have the darkness around them. But if you stay in a place where you are able to identify when something has that sort of dark energy, best thing to do, frankincense and salt bath. First of all, salt and frankincense oil. But if you have something beyond that and you can't handle it, then do contact Dale. This is something he knows how to do. I don't deal, I have absolutely no fear of darkness, demons, the devil, none of it. Like, he can't touch me. None of it can touch me, because once you are love and you know that you are with Jesus and God all the time, you are untouchable. But getting to that place does take work. So I just want you guys to know there is support, there is help. Dale is there to help you. But you also want to know that really a lot of the time the darkness really only has whispers. Whispers is not really that scary, you know, not if you're able to identify them and say, this isn't real, this isn't mine, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And moving on from that. So basically I had constructed, okay? And I
Say
had
that again?
I had to be reconstructed. And what I say by that is that spirit had to move me through a number of situations. They had to have me encounter a number of people, and these situations and people were in all areas of my life, where gradually, layer upon layer of my ego was removed. Okay. And I learned to face what was in with courage and not run away from it. And that's a very important point. A lot of people, instead of facing their own inner demons, will distract themselves. And the list is endless. It could be meaningless sex. It could be alcoholism. It could be even be TV. It could be video games. It just goes on and on. Sooner or later, you're faced with the same issue, and it seems like it's an elephant, and seems like it's that way because your ego has made it out that way. Whereas in reality, when you really look at it, all you have to do, and really all we're asked to do, is just say, okay, this is an aspect of my ego. I accept it. Can I change it? Yes or no? If it's something I can't change right now, then I can work with it. Okay, it might be a situation. Make some intentions about that. If I can change it, then I'll make some intentions right now about it. And the change that's required will be me. It could be something that I've been doing in my life that I need to give up. It could be a past life healed. It could be energy that's tracked down through the generations. Lately,
Yeah.
I've also come up with another type of energy. I call it evolutionary energy. And that's a deeper type of that not many people are aware of. It's something that I have been introduced to recently. And that dealing with those type of energies, you're dealing with primal things, fightful. I'm afraid of being eaten. Okay, all these types of things. Okay, I can tell you the healing journey will take a lifetime, multiple lifetimes maybe, but it's well worth as you release all these things. And the potential is there. Possibilities, right?
Sorry, say that last bit again.
The potential is there as possibilities. Let's call it your quantum field. Okay. People have access to all sorts of possibilities, and when they're in alignment with their self, when they've made certain decisions, certain choices, it slowly works it out, self out, to see 3D realm of exactly the right moment that manifests. The solution manifests every time. I don't worry anymore about, I know that I'm going to be here, right? In every single moment.
Well, that's the thing, Dale. Yeah, that's the thing, because when we worry about the future, that's ego. When we feel worry about guilt about the past, that's the ego. And many people, that's why the ego can't live in the present. So that's why we must stay in the present. And I found it interesting what you were saying about how many people are like running away from themselves, running away from their demons. And, you know, it's a known fact that most people will run their entire lifetime. Most people in their entire lifetime will never face their demons. What makes us different and what makes all you guys different is you're interested in this because you want to grow, you want to evolve, you are ascending, you are working on yourself. And just know, guys, that the work that I did to get where I am did involve looking for shadow. I mean, I'm known for literally, I have a very great skill at helping people to master their ego and take back control and put the ego into a kind of slightly comatose state. Now, the way I did that though was through going and actually doing the difficult things, doing the hard stuff, doing the stuff that you don't want to do, going and facing your inner demons. And also, guys, they're never as scary as they seem. Part of their little magic, part of the dark magic is making it seem like it's going to be scary. But when you look at it in the face, it's fine. Can you hear me? Oh, Dale, I can't hear you. Do you want to leave and come out? We did pretty well. It's okay, Bubba. Pop out and pop in. We've already been on 30 minutes, so we will actually wrap up soon. I know you guys are probably enjoying this. We're going in. Me and Dale, we go in. we do not mess around, like, you know. I'm sure some people on the not so good side do not like us talking the way we do. Oh well, we don't give a shit. So hopefully this will bring him in. Come on, yay!
Yeah. So, yeah, I've done a lot of shadow work as well. And I've wrestled with those inner demons and conquered them. Basically, I was facing myself at the end of the day, or rather some constructed ego version of the self.
Yeah.
And I learned to draw in the original blueprint. I call it the original blueprint that has fissioned off from God, from divine source. That's there, just waiting for you to tap into. Okay? And some people will call this the higher self. I know Reiki people have two different levels to that as well, which the name escapes me at the moment. That's not important. The main thing is that you have to go in and do your own healing work. I've counseled many clients to do meditation sessions and other techniques day after day. And I said, you're going to have to press into it. And if you really want the results, and they have, and they're so thankful at
Yeah,
the end.
because the thing is,
Bathe it in love. Bathe
sorry,
it in love.
say that again.
You have to bathe it all in love. Immerse it all.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the thing, guys. That's why I love Dale so much, because it always comes back to love. And I was given some insight just then. Like I said, my angels really like Dale, and he sees my angels, so he knows what they're like. They are a bit bothersome, but they were just showing that the battle against self can always be won, and that's been the illusion on this planet, is that it can't be won. We can all win the battle against the constructed self. We can all win that battle, guys. So there's not anybody that can't win it. It's only if you believe it can't be won. Can I hear you?
That's true. And once you, yeah, I can hear you okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're fine. Carry on.
Okay, good, excellent. So basically, a part of this is slowly rising out of the 3D realm and into what I call the 4D and the 5 in the 5. Okay, I recognize a period of time that just ended quite recently where I did all the rising through the 3D and the 4D, and then I reached a benchmark, and now I'm in. Now, what does that mean? Well, that doesn't mean that I disappear off the face of the earth, poof, and I'm in a new magical land. No, I'm here for a reason, but I'm now drawing directly on those 5D and now 6D and even 7D energies and bring them in. Okay, and those are lighter, quicker. We experience it quicker in the sense of quickness. Energies, okay? They come in boom, boom, and time again, things are manifesting quicker. And it seems like I can only focus on, well, how do I put it? I can take with the same attention that I used previously to manifest this much, I can now manifest that much. Okay, and I'm not even focused on it. I don't need to be. I don't need to, I just make the intention. Well, heck, I'll even forget. I'll even forget.
Yeah. And then 6 months later, you're there.
That's right. And Spirit reminds me, oh, by the way, you intended this. And this is an aside, because, and I say it because it's so hilarious. I once, I have a guide. He's an Aboriginal man. His name is Tane. He's beloved guides. And I remember I was driving. I was behind the wheel on a highway in the summer, driving up to my mother's place. And can you hear me okay?
It's paused, but I still hear you at this moment. Oh, and now it's gone. Oh, let's see if he comes back. No, not hearing. Not hearing. So maybe he can try it. Maybe come out and come back in. We'll just do that one more time. Can you hear me? If he can. Yeah, you will be getting a lot of interference, guys. This is what happens. We actually got a lot more done than normal, so I'm quite proud of what we've managed to get done. We got interrupted, I think, like 25 times last time. It was quite nuts. That was quite crazy. So we'll be fine, though, guys.
Yep. I'm back. So okay, so this guide, he arrives. He says in this deadpan way, "Hi, I'm Tane. I'm your new guide." Just like that. Like I was laughing while I drive. It was just so matter of fact, like, oh, I just cooked the dinner.
That's how I say that to people. I say that the higher self, when the higher self is speaking, it sounds bored. Everyone thinks that the voice of God and higher self is going to be like, oh, it's actually not. It's like, go to the sink.
Yeah, exactly.
Apply for the job.
Yeah.
It sounds completely bored. But here's the thing, guys. The ego sounds passionate and it changes its mind all the time. Whereas the higher self sounds bored and it just says, go upstairs, go upstairs, go upstairs. Same message.
How we receive it, right? That's the way it comes through. But you see, the reason why I mention that story is have fun. That's the number. Have fun, no matter what you're doing. Showing appreciation and gratitude for whatever it is in the moment. All these things really shift your energy. I have fun multiple times during the day. I've learned to appreciate every moment. That fun doesn't have to be complex. It could be something simple as observing my pet and laughing with her, or probably if we
This
really
is what we were saying.
But you're on your sofa, the sunlight streaming in, and you're like, I'm having fun, just resting on the sofa. And spirit doesn't know the difference between $1 million and a dinky car. They really don't. We've made it that way. We've told ourselves, oh, it's so much difficult to manifest this $1 million than it is toy, right? It's not. But because of the 3D realm, it could take time. So patience is required, but learn to have fun with the process. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't
trust the process. Yeah, take it a bit more lightly, don't you think, Dale? It can be done quite lightly.
Lighten up on. Yeah, people are very frequently hard on themselves, and they say, well, I should have been, here by this time next year. They'll even, when they make they make intentions, okay to say to spirit, I would like to manifest fairly soon, right? But I don't go in and say, spirit, I need this in 30 days. Okay, get me that filthy Luke 50 in 30 days.
Well, here's the thing, guys. Okay. Here's the thing. What we think we want and what God's source thinks we want are totally different things. So what you can do is you can give direction, say, this is what I'd like, but you can say, I'd like that or something better. And that way, it gives space for something even better to come in as well. But definitely doing the work to the point where you've forgotten why you were doing the work, that's normally when it comes in. I have to tell you, like Alicia, my coach, she's like my business partner and my head master coach. And when around this time last year, we had our first phone call with each other. It lasted an hour and a half. And in that call, I said to her, you're going to run my company, Sue. Now, almost exactly the 1 year anniversary, she now runs my company. But at the same time, during this year, we weren't constantly thinking about it. It's just, this is where we are now, And so, and even this house that I live in, I put a post up 6 months ago saying, this is what my new house looks like. And it was all holographic and iridescent. And then look, now I'm here 6 months later and it's real. It's iridescent stuff. I'll show you, it's everywhere. It's everywhere I look, And but you have to put it out into the earth, put it out into the universe what you want, but then be really appreciative of what's right in front of you, even if all that's in front of you is a cardboard box.
Okay. Take time to appreciate who you are. For some of you, you may have to search for that, and that's okay. But it's there. No matter what you're going through, I can assure you that as you think you are or whatever, and the video's paused. Yeah.
It has paused. Oh, they're definitely. I've done so many lives since now, and they've done so. I've done so many lives, and I don't have this problem. I just have this problem with Dale. Distracting my mind because I keep having things I want to say to you guys, and then these things, it's hard for me to concentrate on it. I'm trying to remember, there was something just coming up just then. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's like, this is how they throw me off, is by having this stuff going on, so that my messages are getting mixed up, you know, as they're coming in. So I was saying, Dale, I also know that they're doing this distracting technique of pulling you in and out, so that the messages I'm getting that I'm meant to speak, I can't remember them because I'm getting kerfuffled with the, you know, the in and out movement.
These are other beings. They're fifth dimensional beings known as reptilians, and I'm calling them out. That's about all that I'll say. Although tonight is a lot better than it was.
Yeah, we did so much better. And when we start, we're going to do, Dale, we're going to do every Wednesday in March, aren't we? So they're just going to have to put up with us, aren't they?
Pretty much so, because I'm not going to shut up.
No, nor am I. Everyone knows I'm not going to. I just wish I could. I think I need to have a pen and paper with me, because I keep getting so much. When I talk with Dale, I get so much coming in, and I think I must do that for the next one, have a pen and paper, because I keep getting really clear messages when it's the things you're saying are like creating like a vortex of other information, and I'm like trying to grasp all of it, and I'm struggling to hold on to it all. What was the very last thing you were saying? Also, we've been on 45 minutes, so we'll probably cut off in the next couple of minutes, but what was the last thing you were saying? Because there was something in that again, they wanted me to share a message.
It's very important. You have to take the time to appreciate and love yourself. Don't buy into the ego. You are not bad. You've made some poor decisions, perhaps. You need to make better ones. That's about it. Really.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, Dale. I just got it. I just got the message. It was not, yeah, when you say, oh, you know, you're not all bad, because obviously there are people that feel that way about themselves. Obviously, I particularly attract people that are quite positive about themselves, kind of. That's more the norm. But I want everyone to know this. Yep. Every single human being has an ego. It's the human condition. So everyone has a self-destructive drive. So do not feel bad for having one, for having this voice that tries to direct you wrong. It's like a GPS that's trying to just take you off track. But here's the best thing. Every single person on this earth has a higher self, and every single person on this earth has a GPS that will guide them towards the life of their dreams. All we need to do is get rid of the interference that's being caused by this GPS, this ego GPS. The ego GPS is loud. Yep. The higher self GPS is quiet. So that's why the way that it works is myself and Dale are at a place now where we have switched this off, and occasionally if it tries to wake up when we're tired, sick or hungry, we're able to notice what it is and switch it back off again, and we know what to look for if it's trying to talk. But most people at the moment have both of them going at once, and it means they don't hear as much. And obviously where you are in terms of your spiritual evolvement and your ascension is going to be how much you've managed to turn this down and how clear this is. And that's basically a way of describing the ascension process. Now again, see, they're doing this to him and he wasn't even talking. They're just doing it to throw me off. So yeah, guys, you see, we try our best to, you know, keep going. And yes, notepad would be helpful. I will do a notepad next time. We'll just keep doing this until they can't bother us anymore. I said, we'll keep doing it until they can't bother us anymore.
I'll say like Sylvester to Stallone, crime is the disease, I'm the cure.
I thought you were going to say, I will be back, but that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he'll be back, I'm sure. But you know, you have to just have fun with it at the end of the day. Your happiness is there. It's inside, right where it's been all along. You haven't lost it. It's just you were disconnected from it the whole time.
I just got the last one. I just got the last message. The last message that they told me earlier. Oh, hold on. Hold on. It was there. Oh, speak again. It was nearly there, and then I spoke over it. Say it one more time.
Yeah, you just have to connect to your inner happiness. It's been there the whole time. You have to uncover it. Connect to your inner child. Give that inner child a hug. And redo the inner room that your child has constructed. Does that make sense?
Keep going, Dale. I had it and it went again. Keep going. I had it and then it went.
Yeah. So your inner can be found there. That this visualization of connecting to your inner child is very important. You'll connect to your inner child and look around and find that things are not as they should be. You can redo that area, okay, and dress it up with some nice things. And by doing that, that enlivens and emboldens your child to connect with you. It's not just a one-way connection. This is the new insight. It's a two-way connection between you and that inner child. That inner child is your inner presence. There, the pathway to your original blueprint. And in that sense, I'm channeling directly from Spirit as I say the pathway of bringing through your original blueprint and facing that inner child with love and allowing that original blueprint to step through the door and become you, because they're one and the same.
Yeah, it has gone again. I got so excited that I'd remembered it that I should have just spat it out. And that's what happens. Sometimes I just have to literally just start speaking it, because even announcing that I remembered it, it then had gone again. But my angels really do want everyone to look for where they are lacking faith in a certain outcome, so that they're able to identify the fear and then make a concerted effort. I think that's the word they're saying, concerted effort to turn it into love. So if you don't, instead of just assuming that everything you're doing is doing with love, look at where you worry about where you're lacking faith in things turning out a certain way, and understand that comes from fear, and it normally comes from a projection into the future or an impact from the past.
And basically, when you connect to yourself, you'll find that the fear causes you to be attached to the outcome. If you deal with the fear, you remove the attachment, you bring in love, and the love is the intention. The love is not attached. The love is like a carefree child along the side of the road, or a boy at the side of enjoying the day, playing ball or whatever, or whatever the stereotypes that come to your mind. Right? So that's really love in an essence, folks. I've tried to bring it right and into a new space of really connecting, who's the ultimate love. Okay, everything is in the now. Okay, and all your past lives are in the now. Everything, now. We've only made it so that we've created this mythical past and future. Difficult to wrap your head around, but
yes,
that's how it is. That's how it is.
But that's why what we do in
the
now.
I say to you.
I said that's why what we do in the now is so powerful. Everything we manifest is in the now.
Yeah. I'll just say a few parting things. Okay. Uh, Imagine that it's a recipe. The primary ingredient is the love. And then you start at it, you have all your other things in there, like happiness, fun, okay, enjoyment, okay. Add them all in and start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But realize that this isn't static change, just like I said earlier it's not that you're going to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, boom, we're done, we're happy. No. Then, when you got it all together, the puzzle will change. And then you'll be putting more pieces together. And that's how it is. That we change. Because that's what's necessary, okay, to change. It's like having a puzzle in front of you that is dynamic and changing. And it's not meant to serve of frustration. It's actually meant to be a source of amazing fun, which I will call myself time. Yeah.
Say that last bit.
With that, I'll call myself to time. I've done mediumship demonstrations so often that sometimes I'll use that to tell people when I've reached the end of my spiel.
Well, that's the great thing, is that with these lives, it's really just the conversation. So, you know, it's a conversation between us because we have spent so much time learning, you know, and certain things I say will make you think of things as well. You know, we sometimes, that's what's great, because people get to witness the conversation between us, you know, and I think that Dale has really shared some amazing pieces of information today, guys. I recommend everyone that watches myself and Dale actually brings a notebook. I need to have one myself, because when he's speaking, it triggers so many thoughts. Now, whatever it was, that last message, it will come back to me. I'll put it up as a post, or if it's a long one, I'll do a video. Otherwise, I'll bring it up in my next live with whoever I'm with, and I'll say, this is the thing that came up with Dale. I can picture it. I can't grab it. It's gone for now, but it will be back. So yes, guys, so we're now coming into sort of, you know, late February, and me and Dale need to speak to confirm everything, but we are thinking tentatively of having our series be every Wednesday. So I'm just waiting for Dale to look at his diary and his calendar and double check. I saw that face. Oh, he did a face and then it did that. But I hope he can still hear me. But yeah, so we'll go with Wednesdays as soon as I get the. And that's it, guys. Oh, he's left. Maybe he'll pop in just to say goodbye. If he doesn't pop in immediately, oh, there we are. He's getting really good at the coming in and out bit. Like, he just seems to be, he can hit back into the live really quickly. Yeah. So I guess that's our sign for a goodbye now, finally. But yeah, just let me know, Dale, if you want to check your calendar. Let me know if solidly for the month of March we're going to do the Wednesdays.
I'll certainly let you know. We'll keep in touch for sure. And I just want to thank everybody for watching tonight's video. You can catch me on dalesellers.com, DALESELLERS.com. You can message me through there. I'm also on Instagram, obviously, at Dale Sellers Solutions, Twitter at Sellers Dale, and my page is at Dale Sellers Intuitive Solutions. That's actually the official for my business. Okay, so if you have questions or things that you want to ask, you can contact me through Instagram. Make a comment on things I post, and I'll answer. Keep in mind that this is also my life serious concern that really needs addressed, and that's why I'm here. That's why Amelia is here, for things of nature. We're here to help, and I thank all. Peace, amen, and
Yeah, I definitely recommend booking a session with Dale. And if you are somebody that has not seen me before, I offer a free coaching call for anybody that would like to find out more about developing their happiness journey to a point where they reach permanent happiness. And I particularly like working with women over 35 that are professional and advanced. That's who I work with particularly, but if you're not sure and you'd like to find out, you can just click the link in my bio and book a call. And Dale has information in his bio, so you can actually just go through and book a call, but if otherwise, you can literally just send either of us a DM. So if in doubt, just DM us. We keep an eye on our DMs. And we're here for you guys, and we will be putting this series together next month, and I will, once it's all been confirmed, I will release a little flyer about it, and we can go from there. So guys, we really appreciate you. Sorry?
Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely, yep. Absolutely. So guys, we love you. We appreciate you, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much, Dale. You are incredible.
Thank you. God
and
bless.
my angels absolutely love you.
I love them too. They can come around and embrace me in their wings.
Absolutely, absolutely. Take care, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots. Bye-bye.